Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a review of the Centurion one. Now this is a tier 8 British medium tank and I would have to say it's definitely meh. It's not good, it's not like horrible or anything, but it is definitely not, I would say, probably one of the worst mediums at tier 8 in the game. Now it's because of power creep. I mean, you compare this to stuff that's come out recently, stuff like the Progetto 46, FE301, the Chimera, anything like that, Defender Mark 1, which was based off this, and they're just so much better compared to this thing. Now this has about a 5-second reload for 190 alpha. Now, if you just compare that to something like the FE301, which is like a 4.3, it has like well over half a second reload quicker, way more penetration, it's more accurate, it's way faster, and the armor profile in this it's not good. It's meh. It is very, very meh. Occasionally you'll get a troll bounce, like you'll actually see that in this battle, you'll get a very troll bounce, but that's only if the person doesn't aim at all. So I would much prefer something like the FE301. You know, I love that tank. That is one of my favorite tanks in the game. It is absolutely insane. Same with the Chimera, anything like that. Progetto 46, the Rev, they way outperform this tank. Almost any other tech tree outperforms this tank in my opinion. It's sluggish, you know, it kind of feels sluggish when you're driving it. It's not that fast for the armor profile that it has. It needs a buff. It needs a buff. I mean, you can work the gun. You can still work with the tank. Like I said, it's not like it's, you know, the worst, most horrible tank. It's not like it's like a T28 or something like that, you know. It's just not what it used to be. It is definitely been power crept a lot, and this is a pretty big issue in World of Tanks Blitz. There's plenty of tanks that used to be much better that have been power crept by other tanks. So we're up to 2,000 damage in this game already, so you can see it can work pretty good. I mean, penetration actually isn't that bad, actually. I mean, you could see we went through that Ferdinand's front plate, which is pretty good, but it's still really just, it feels sluggish. As you can see, I'm not even going 40 kilometers an hour. I'm going 40. At full speed, it's like 40. It should be 45 at least, probably around 50. As well, they could probably get a little bit better dispersion, maybe, I don't know, or maybe buff the reload a little, something, or the armor. I feel like if they buff the armor, because of the speed on this thing, if they buff the armor and give it a little bit better DPM, I think it would be a decent tank. Don't make it nothing overpowered, but just a decent tank, because it's kind of a pain to grind. This tank is kind of a pain to grind. It gets outperformed, like I said, by any other medium. Basically, it is extremely hard to hold your own in a medium 1v1. You're probably going to lose every single time unless you get really lucky or something like that. So it really needs something to happen to this tank. I mean, the playstyle of it is, I guess, just that kind of pew-pew gun, you know. I mean, you're going to try to get some flanking shots or circle. I mean, it does do good circling, like, TDs and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, there's not much you can do with this tank. It's not the most diverse game playstyle because it's not very fast and it can't really go hold down or anything. So yeah, I was kind of like, how am I supposed to play this thing? So I usually just went medium side and tried to duel it out with the mediums at a little bit of a distance, because there's a Centurion right there. As you can see, we are gonna win this flank very easily, this battle against the Centurion on the enemy team. But yeah, I'm just making this review because of how power crept this tank has become. Like I said, when you compare it to anything or something based off this tank like the Defender Mark 1 and how much better they are, not only gun-wise, but armor profile, speed, they're just such better tanks compared to this. So yeah, I think Wargaming should definitely give this thing a buff. It has needed it for a while with the power creep. Like I'm saying, maybe just a better turret, a little bit better armor profile maybe, to match the very slow nature of this tank, and then I think it would be okay. Or you can buff the speed some, you know, it just needs something to happen to this. It doesn't have to be a massive buff, just something enough to get this tank not quite, you know, just to get it better. because, like I said, it has been power crept a lot. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to make this video for. Other than that, like I said, there's nothing too special about the tank, so I wasn't planning on making a review, but because I wasn't really getting any good games in it, because it, wasn't the best tank. But then I did get two good games in it, one of them ace, like you saw that last one. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a review about this concerning more power creep. So yeah, I would definitely say this is probably the worst tier 8 medium in the game. It's not horrible. I mean, you can still play it and get some good games, obviously, like you can see here. So I mean, you can still play it, and you have to play it to get the what is it? The tier 10 medium tank that has the hesh. So yeah, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. We can just kind of I'll just kind of commentate on this replay here now, because there's not really much else to talk about besides that. So yeah, we get a kill there on that enemy Centurion, and now we're gonna go in a 1v1 with this E75TS. Who we are actually somehow going to win. Look at this. He's full HP and I'm half HP. And you'll see somehow we do win this. Which is kind of crazy. He really don't know what he's doing right here. Like, he just kind of was showing me his lower plate and then he just shot the ground. So yeah, he should have just gone into a face-up with me, which then he decides to do. But of course, by then I've shot more than half his HP off. So yeah. I didn't really know what he was doing. Like he said, he keeps just kind of sitting there letting me shoot him. So, and then he goes for that shot on that comet, which definitely made me be able to kill him right here, which is very fortunate. And we're actually going to get some really good RNG, right? Or we're going to get really lucky right here. So we get him down to a one shot, and then I kind of get stuck right here. And I go for the Pramo even, and yeah, still somehow bounce that. So yeah, this guy is reloaded now. Like, why has he not shot me? So yeah, we are able to finish him off, though, somehow. Don't really know how we finished him off, but we do. Or sorry, this was the ace battle. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.